Hello everyone, Joshua, and welcome back to my game corner. And today, we're back with more Dark Knights. I am recording a handful of episodes today because, dear God, I want this ready, all over with and ready to upload so I can be prepared to watch Aaron play this game. Because I'm going to bug the shit out of him during his first playthrough of it. And I'm so excited. And anyway, back to me. Because this is my channel, not his. Fuck Aaron right now. Let's get back to where we were. Where Geno's collapsed against the wall. What the hell? What's going on? Let's find out. What am I doing? I kneel in front of him and cup his cheeks in my hands. Gio, are you alright? What's happened to you? My friend does not respond, his eyes remaining closed. Through the cuts of his clothing, his right arm is missing entirely. Blood slowly dripping out of the wound. The ground around him is painted red, although the rain threatens to wash it away. Finally, I noticed Junolu has a deep gash on his neck. I still remember he once told me that living dead would die after they are decapitated. In panic, I desperately call out his name. Junolu! If you're still alive, right? Say something! Just when I'm about to give up, the man's eyes slowly open. I nearly fall over in relief. Oh my. He almost gave me a heart attack. After taking a moment to observe his surroundings, pain moan escapes Junolu's lips as he tries to stand up. I hurriedly lift the umbrella over him. Miss Miyoko, I apologize for allowing you to witness me in such a state. I must have passed out at some point. What happened to you? I was attacked by Chain. Ugh. I'm only thankful he was unable to fully sever my head. I truly believed I would die today. Even I fell for your fake death. I pressed my lips while I look over Jinolu's body. His wounds seem so deep. No normal person could have survived them. I'll help you clean up. Thank you for your concern. But I assure you, I am fine. You're starting to sound like Roya. Let me help you, alright? I decided to... Fuck getting others help. I'm doing this on my own. This is my... both of them... everyone I've met on this journey so far has specifically told me, don't fucking tell anyone. So, I will stay true to that and just help him by myself. I will treat you. We're close to your home. Do you have a first aid kit there? Ah, yes, that is an excellent idea. Junolu turns back to the alleyway and grimaces as he leans down to pick up his dismembered arm. His movements are so stiff, but I cannot help but reach down and pick up the arm for him. Oh, I could not imagine an experience like that. That must be fucking weird. Miss Miyoko, I normally keep it in place with a belt, but I'm so sorry for making you deal with this. I place some back on the right spot and wrap the belts around it to tighten up. Junolu turns his face away while I patch him up, probably feeling embarrassed. We shouldn't stay in the rain for too long. Let's head to your mansion. I wrap an arm around Junolu and let him lean against me as we walk. It seems like a miracle he can still move, given how much worse his injuries are compared to Roya's back at the school. Where the fuck do I put this Rubik's Cube? I got it works there. I leave Junolu on the couch and proceed to search for a first aid kit. The farther down the hall I walk, the more bloody the foreblade becomes. I begin to suspect I'm heading straight into Roya's territory. I turn around and head back. Ooh, dinner might be done. Hold on. Okay. It was indeed dinner. All of these doors look the same. Why does you and Roya not get lost all the time? Putting labels above them will make it so much easier. I open a random door and peer into the room. The walls and floors are stained in a dark liquid, and the furniture has been smashed to bits. Judging by the mess, some sort of battle must have taken place here. I understand why Junolu warned me not to walk off on my own. Perhaps I should try looking elsewhere. Sorry for taking so long, Ju. Hold on a bit longer. Do not worry. I should be the one apologizing for making you search through my house. The first aid kit should be in the kitchen. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, real fam. I don't care. Please wait a moment while I... You can barely move. I'll get it for you. But, Miss Miyoko... Walk towards the kitchen and fumble around in the darkness until I step on something. What is this? I step back, somehow managing to locate the light switch. The room is stained dark red, as if a paint bomb exploded in here at some point. I start to tremble but manage to calm myself down quickly enough. I search through the cabinets until I find a small, white box containing bandages. I hurry back to Jujunolu with it in hand, trying to ignore the bloody scene around me. Here we go. I'll try to be quick. I forgot to warn you, but if you saw anything strange in the kitchen, it was from Roya attempting to cook a normal meal. He told me he wanted to experiment with food. No one was harmed, although I cannot say the same about the poor blender. What the fuck was he? Was he trying to make a smoothie? Jesus Christ. I thought someone had been slaughtered. How could a person be so bad at cooking, he practically made the kitchen explode? Oh, I was just looking at John. Yeah, you know what the fuck you did, John. Don't act like you didn't know. I see straight through your damn lies. Also, if you're wondering, this is iced tea lemonade. I'm 16. I can't drink alcohol even if I wanted to. He has never been much of a cook. Even so, it was heartening to see him take your advice and attempt other ways to satisfy his hunger. Oh. To be honest, it can be a dangerous enterprise, as he is unable to metabolize normal food. The contents were instead rot inside him. A large enough portion could be fatal. Oh, wow, I'm sorry I even suggested it. I didn't realize it was so serious. Junolu shakes his head and smiles softly to me. I kneel beside him and unbutton his shirt, his eyes following my every movement. Give me a minute. So, yeah. I changed my profile picture, you know. Anyway, let's get back to the fucking game. Hold on a sec. Right. That's over with. There's so many scars and stitches. It looks so fragile. I'm starting to worry I'm going to make this worse somehow. Never cease to amaze me, Miss Miyoko. Does nothing ever faze you? Seeing you hurt does. I'm glad I found you. If I were only as strong and self-assured as warrior. But hypotheticals are meaningless. So I just had to give a bit of Discord advice for a friend. Junolu slides down his glove, revealing his scarred hand. It is a pity to see such fair skin blemished all over. I grab his hand and hold it in both of mine. He glances at me, surprised. You should have more confidence. Even if the rest of the world rejects you, you should at least accept yourself. David, you bitch. Should at least accept yourself. Miss Miyoko. He gently squeezes my hand while his longing stare captures me. My heartbeat slowly speeds up. I feel his thumb softly brushing across my fingers. Slowly, I lean in. Time seems to freeze as I hover over him. Suddenly, he takes his hand and breaks his stare. The abrupt change makes me feel embarrassed. I pull back and regain my composure. I feel better now. Thank you for your assistance. Of course, it was the least I could do. God, my spine's gonna hate me. Maybe request we staying like this for a while longer. Ooh. His voice is pleasant but tainted with a touch of sadness. I continue to patch him up while we resume our conversation. My delight, my friend is truly beginning to open up, sharing his worries with me. Junolu has been suffering more than I ever realized. I only hope I can support him better in the future. Eventually, our discussion shifts to Roya. It has apparently been a full day since he returned home. Why are you so worried about your brother? He seems like someone who can handle himself. Well, it is a long story. Come on, tell me anyway. Roya may seem invulnerable, but he fears death the same as anyone else. Everything has a beginning and an end. He believes his time is coming soon, especially with the recent investigations. He has become very careless, which is also part of the reason I asked you to refrain from telling anyone the truth. Again, I apologize for involving you in our mess. That reminds me, I've been seeing Chain around a lot lately. It's too bad we can't work together to take care of the living dead. It cannot be helped. It cannot be helped. Junolu drifts in and out of consciousness as he lays on the couch. I take the opportunity to wash as much blood off my hands and clothes as I can. Then spend the rest of the day keeping him company. Miss Miyoko, will you be able to visit again tomorrow? As much as I'd like to, I think it'd be better for you to rest for a few days. Even though you're special, you still shouldn't push your body too much. He snorts before giving in to my request. Jeez, why does this just love sounding like it's gonna fall at any minute? Hate it. Next day. The holidays feel excruciatingly long when there's nothing to do. Even the majority of the stores have closed down since so many people have gone on vacations. Most students are helping out their parents' businesses. The remaining open stores become busier than usual. I have to admit, I feel lonely without the company of my classmates. I sit on a bench and glance around the park. Other than a silver-haired boy, there is no one else around. I pull out a small novel out of my jacket pocket. Bright Days is equal to Dark Days. Jeez, this thing just loves sounding like it's collapsing. The original story caught my interest, so I'm eager to read the sequel. Even though this title is not as popular as the first, seems to be written for this series' fans. Rather than being a new story, it retells Dark Days from the perspective of another character. While I am lost in the tale, I hear someone dash across the park. Are you fucking serious? Sloppy. You're gonna wear that maid outfit someday. When I look up, I notice Chain and hold on a fucking second. Alright, Michael has not responded, so I'm gonna give him 5 more minutes, so... And if he doesn't appear, I'm gonna just butcher the hell out of this name. He is not answering. When I look up, I notice Chain and Sachilo, a boy I met earlier. The man roughly grabs the boy by the scarf and pushes him to the ground. After handcuffing the boy, Chain pulls him up and begins leading him away. I cannot even begin to imagine what sort of crime a child like him has committed. My brain is raced. I've connected the dots. Some say I didn't connect shit, but I've connected them. Why is that out? What the fuck? Even though I remember him, I decide to stay put. I wonder if he'll be okay. Fucking no! Bizarre West is so distracting, I do not notice when someone approaches me. The hand comes out of nowhere, casually resting on my shoulder, and I jump at the sensation. What coincidence bumping into you here, Miss Cutie? Royal, what brings you here? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. And Michael returned with pronunciation help. Sachiro was the name I was struggling with, and that's basically how it was pronounced. I don't know if that's supposed to be sa or sa. Fuck you, Michael. You can tell me in the comment section. It's good for YouTube algorithm. Woo! Anyway, Royal, what brings you here? I thought I'd get some fresh air while the weather was nice. You're lucky you just missed Chain. Is it really a good idea to be outside right now? Sure it is. Roy glances around the park, and after confirming there's no one around, he takes a seat beside me. Although I do not mind his company, I always feel awkward with him around. I want to leave, but that would be rude. I suppose Junolu's manners rubbed off on me. You saw what happened earlier, right? What do you mean? That boy, he was taken care of by Chain. I thought he was looking for me. Do you happen to know why that boy was arrested? No, but the fact he's with the gas mask now means the kid's in trouble. Anyway, the stalker seems to know too much about Juju and me. I'm starting to wonder if someone isn't leaking information about us. Warrior smokes at me, his eyes narrowed, but I swiftly shake my head. Oh, come on, Miss Cutie. I didn't think it was you. Chain's been after us since way before we met. Besides, my cute little bow is too much of a worry boy to risk worrying you by telling you everything. I know what the bastard is up to. The last thing I'm going to do is let him get his grubby hands on me. Hmm? Warren lets out a sigh and glances up at the bright sky. The book you're reading, Bright Days, is good. Characters that barely have a few lines in the first book actually got to speak their minds. Well, probably shouldn't spoil it for you. Let me know when you finished reading it. Didn't expect Roy to be much of a reader, but it's nice that we have something in common. Hearing him talk casually makes him seem like a different person. I want to chat a bit longer, but he suddenly stands up and stretches his arms, yawning. I'm starting to feel a bit tired. Staying outside for so long always does a number on me. Speaking of which, don't I usually see you at night? Well, that's the easiest time to catch the living dead. We're prettiest under the moonlight, don't you think? Jane may be crazy, but can't you work with the police? They want to put an end to this too. Isn't it obvious? With stained hands like mine, how could I ever ask the authorities for help? Must be someone willing to help. I don't know how many of those living dead are out there, but you can't do it all alone. Whatever you say, Miss Cutie. Roya waves his hand before walking off. I feel bad for Sachiro. Feel so bad for him. No, but okay. Next storyline I'll do, it's gonna be that kid. I paid Junolu a visit the next day, hoping his recovery has come along well. I had considered bringing him food, but ended up only taking a few packs of tea leaves, just to be safe. On my way to the mansion, I happened to bump into Junolu himself. To my surprise, he has shopping bags in both hands. Junolu, shouldn't you be resting? Ah, Miss Miyoko, what a pleasure it is to see you. I've taken care to rest and recuperate before going out and about, so you need not worry. I glanced at the contents of his bags. It seems he bought sweets and other treats. He told me some time ago that it is torture to consume regular food. I cannot imagine what he has gone through these past few days. Junolu glances at the tea in my hands and smiles softly. Did you bring those for me? As always, you are too kind. Shall we head to the mansion so I can prepare your cup? Gladly! Would you mind if I invited my brother to another soiree? He also quite enjoys tea. I butchered that pronunciation so goddamn much. I'm sorry. I'm trying, okay? Go ahead. The more the merrier. Junolu leads me over to the sofa, ensuring that I'm comfortable before he heads upstairs. I wonder if the brothers' bonds has started to repair itself. Junolu no longer seems as gloomy when he mentions Warrior. A few minutes pass, but Junolu still has not returned. What's taking him so long? Should I check on him? Junolu? Wow, that was the most butchered it's been in a while. Junolu, is everything alright? My shout goes unanswered. I cannot resist the urge to search upstairs. I glance into the hallway and notice one door is open a crack. As I take a peek into the room. Oh my. I see Junolu kneeling down, staring at Warrior's body in silence. My stomach lurches as I gaze at the blonde, who is in an even worse condition than Junolu was back at the alleyway. Junolu, what happened? Step closer to properly examine the situation, and see a deep cut on Warrior's neck. Horrified, I turn away and take a step backwards. I just spoke with him yesterday. Why did this happen? We're starting to come to an understanding. Junolu clenches his fist as tears stream down his cheeks. I reach out to offer what comfort I can, not knowing what I can possibly say. He slowly rises to his feet and turns away from Warrior's mutilated corpse. He struggles to find something to say, lost in sadness. When it seems like he is about to break down, he pulls me into a tight hug, his chin resting on my shoulder. His breathing is ragged. The depth of his sorrow is trapped below the surface, trying to force its way through. For what feels like the first time, Junolu's air of calmness is breaking down. It's in front of me. Tears well up in my eyes, blurring my vision. I did not expect Jane to kill him. The elder brother I grew up with always seemed so strong, and You... I don't even know what to... He can't take revenge. Hear me out. Yes, Chain murdered the one thing Junolu still had in this world while he was a corpse. A walking corpse in this world. And he just lost his brother right there. And now he just has nothing. But it's not worth risking his own life just to take revenge. I don't know what you're thinking about right now, Ju, but I don't want to see you get hurt. Please, don't try to take revenge on Chain. Junolu pulls away slowly. I cannot describe the sadness and pain reflected in his eyes. Despite all he must be feeling, he nods silently and forces a weak smile. Miss Miyoko, what would I do without you? He wipes away the remnants of his tears with his gloved hands. It seems you only see me at my weakest. I wish it were otherwise. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Thank you for being here, though I feel I cannot have you stay in this bloodbath. I must see to your warrior's body. I'm so sorry, Ju. You know where to find me if you need anything. Of course. Please, take care, Miss Miyoko. Before I leave, I take one last glance at Junolu. Poor guy. Losing his brother after all that's happened, he's still trying so hard to keep it together. I quietly head home. I spend my time in my bedroom. I can hardly sleep without worrying about Junolu. His sad expression is burned into my mind. Thinking about it makes me want to cry too. My thoughts swirl around the incident this morning. It is easy to find even more murders in the papers. I can't forgive Chain for this. As if on cue, I hear something knock against the window pane. Chain's face appears on the other side, and he gestures for me to open the window. It takes me a moment to realize what is happening before I walk closer. What are you doing up here? He gestures to me, but I cannot hear anything through the glass. The moment I give up trying to interpret his silence and open the window, he takes the opportunity to step into my room. What do you want this time? Junolu isn't here. Are you here to kill me too? I need to talk with you. It's so important you have to come in through the window? You went to the mansion today, didn't you? Oh, and how do you know that? Were you following your prey to make sure he died? Chain continues staring at me with his cold, emotionless eyes. Let me get straight to the point. The only reason I killed those two monsters was because they were murderers. Why did you need to kill? Couldn't you have called the cops or something instead? I am the cops. Those monsters have killed countless people. They didn't deserve to live. Junolu is completely innocent, and yet you mutilated him. Chain narrows his eyes and he glares at me. For a moment, it seems he is thinking. I see. What? Whose side are you on? The villagers or theirs? Chain leans closer. Our faces inches apart before I can even blink. I stare at him, frightened into speechlessness as the horrible wounds of the Kinliji brothers flash through my mind. Chain leans even closer, causing me to fall onto my bed as I try to step back. Everyone knows you and love will be dead before you realize it. All because of those monsters. You should spare your efforts reporting this to the police. If you twist the story, you'll get to deal with me. This is my last warning. Get in my way again, and you'll be just as dead as them. Goes back to the window and glances at me one last time before jumping out. Once he's gone, I swiftly slam the window shut. Why would he come here just to say that? Does he think I'm an accomplice? At the very least, I think he assumed Junolu is dead too. I can't let him find out the truth. I sit back on my chair and think about Chain's words. Since when was I on Junolu's side? Is it because I shake the head before dozing off into a dreamless slumber. Alright. I'm going to end today's video here. That was a lot to go through. And with the binge of videos for this game I've been doing, it's been a lot these past few hours. Obviously it's gonna be in multiple sections. Like what, 3, 4? I don't give a fuck who is online right now, Steam. Yeah, like, I have like 5 videos prepared now. Gonna have to edit a few to cut out some parts, but overall, yeah, I got a good bundle of content backed up. So, if you're watching this, I hope I was able to get all 5 episodes uploaded at a respectable time. But, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification button to know when my videos come out next if you want to see more of me. You know the whole YouTube shabongery right now. And thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. See ya!